The indirect object pronouns are those pronouns that can replace the indirect object nouns. Let me explain what an indirect object noun is with two examples. I gave my mom a kiss, or I gave a kiss to my mom. Io do un bacio a mia mamma. I buy a book for my parents. Io compro un libro per i miei genitori. Now, a mia mamma, to my mom, and per i miei genitori, for my parents, are both indirect object nouns, since they answer the question a chi, to whom. A chi do un bacio, to whom I give a kiss. Per chi compro un libro, for whom I buy a book. And the direct object pronouns replace the direct object nouns when the context is clear and there is no possibility of confusion. You already know these pronouns and you know how to use them. In fact, they are the same ones you use with the verb piacere. Mi, ti, gli, le, ci, vi, and gli. Now, let's replace the indirect object nouns a mia mamma and per i miei genitori with the corresponding indirect object pronouns. In the case of a mia mamma, since mia mamma is equal lei, we must use the pronoun le. The pronoun le must precede the conjugated verb, so we have le do un bacio. Now let's replace per i miei genitori. I miei genitori is they, so the corresponding pronoun is gli. I put gli in front of the conjugated verb and the result is gli compro un libro. As I said, the direct object pronouns are placed right before the conjugated verb, so le goes in front of do and gli goes in front of compro. In case of an infinitive form, they attach to the infinitive after this has dropped its final e, English e. For example, I feel like to give her a kiss. To feel like in Italian is avere voglia di, and must be followed by an infinitive form of the verb, in this case the verb to give, so dare. So I feel like to give her a kiss, in Italian is ho voglia di darle. So you take the verb dare, you drop the last e, English e, and you attach to it the pronoun le. So, ho voglia di darle un bacio. If an infinitive follows the verb potere, can, dovere, must, and volere, to want, the pronoun may either attach to the infinitive, so you have, for example, posso, devo, voglio darle un bacio, so I can must want to give her a kiss, or the pronoun can precede the entire verb phrase. So you place le in front of posso, devo, voglio. So le posso, devo, voglio dare un bacio. The English equivalent is exactly the same. I can, must, want to give her a kiss. As I said before, the indirect object pronouns are those pronouns that you use with the verb piacere. Exactly the same. Now, with the verb piacere, you know that you can say mi piace, or you can even say a me piace. So you can use the form of the indirect object pronoun mi, or the equivalent a me. You can use ti piace, or you can use a te piace. And then the same thing you can do with le equal a lei. So le piace or a lei piace. Gli piace or a lui piace. Ci piace or a noi piace. Vi piace or a voi piace. And gli piace or a loro piace. The same thing you can do when you use an indirect object pronoun with all the other verbs. So instead of me, you can use a me, or per me. Instead of ti, you can use a te or per te, and so on. Let's reuse the two examples that I gave you. Io do un bacio a mia mamma. We have learned how to replace a mia mamma with le. Io le do un bacio. And now let's see how we can use, instead of le, a lei. And the result will be io do a lei un bacio. You probably noticed that if you use the indirect object pronoun, you place in front of the conjugated verb io le do. But if you use the phrase a lei, you put the phrase a lei not in front of the verb but after. Io do a lei un bacio. Or you can even say io do un bacio a lei. But you don't put a lei in front of the verb. So you never say a lei do un bacio. Yes, you can do it with the verb piacere. For example, you can say le piace or a lei piace, placing a lei in front of the verb piacere, but you can't do the same with all the other verbs, only with piacere. So remember that if you use the phrase with a or per, a me, per lui, a noi, and so on, you must place these phrases after the verb. Let's see the other example. Compro un libro per I miei genitori. You have learned how to use the indirect object pronouns gli that replaces I miei genitori. So gli compro un libro. Now let's use the equivalent of gli per loro. You can't place per loro in front of the verb, but after the verb. So compro per loro un libro, or even compro un libro per loro. Just another couple of examples to make clear this point. ti do un bacio is the equivalent of do a te un bacio, or do un bacio a te. Io vi parlo is the equivalent of io parlo a voi. Keep in mind that even if the two forms are equivalent, the forms mi, ti, gli, le, and so on are always preferable. When you use these pronouns with other tenses, for example, the imperfect or passato prossimo, you simply follow the same rules. The only thing that you have to remember is that unlike the direct object pronouns, when used with passato prossimo, they never modify the ending of the past participle of the verb that always ends in o. For example, io ho dato un bacio a mia mamma. If now I have passato prossimo. Instead of do, I have ho dato. I replace a mia mamma with the corresponding indirect object pronoun that is le. I place le in front of the conjugated verb, so in front of ho dato, and the result is io le ho dato un bacio. Dato doesn't change. Even if le refers to a mia mamma that is feminine singular, dato keeps the same form. Ho comprato un libro per I miei genitori. Now, we have the passato prossimo of comprare, so not compro, that is a present tense, but ho comprato. We replace per I miei genitori with the equivalent indirect object pronoun, that is gli, and we simply put gli in front of the conjugated verb ho comprato. Again, comprato doesn't change. Comprato keeps the form I no, even if gli refers to I miei genitori, that is plural. Why? Because with the indirect object pronouns, the past participle doesn't change. It always keeps the form ino. So do not confuse the indirect object pronouns that always want the same form of the past participle with the direct object pronouns that instead modified the past participle.